There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find a way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Global.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Relationships can have a million meanders, yes, but some can be maneuvered. But there are statements that are so straightforward, but if we are not aware, we are not enlightened, we may be unable to decode their meaning and may be unable to tell what we can do. That's why you are looking at a topic that says, if a woman tells you these things, leave her immediately. What are these things that when a woman says to you or tells you, you should run for your hills? Welcome to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Keremi. It's always a pleasure having you here.
Yes, it's another gentleman's play game.
Yes.
A play rule. With the gentleman's play rules. And there's some things that you should not be understanding when you hear them, because gentlemen tend to be understanding and going with the flow and not too argumentative.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't judge, we listen. Here you judge and listen. You make decisions. Here you do both. Here you don't swear. If I tell you, will you judge me? I'm trying to learn. You tell me so that I get information to make decisions. I cannot. Even if you tell me what, I'll never leave. What if you tell me I said okay? I want to know whether I'm safe. I'm evaluating for decisions of life, and
yes.
I deserve truth. It's not just a privilege. In fact, if I tell you something, will you get angry? That you just tell me, okay, then I won't tell you. I will know there's something and will get angry and leave.
Yeah. Yes.
You can't. You already insinuated there's a potential deal breaker you're hiding.
Something bad.
I would rather have an honest person. I would rather have a transparent relationship.
Yeah.
I don't want to have landmines. There's a landmine here. Check that you don't step on it. That's what you're telling me.
Yes.
There's something around here. Be careful. No, I don't want to overthink. I don't want to start imagining what could that be. So the gentlemen who are honestly marrying for life, for all the rest of their life, that's a very big bargain. That's a very big decision. And encourage men to avoid getting worked up emotionally, sexually, to avoid getting dragged into the emotional quagmire.
Yeah.
Whenever you see a woman putting in front a lot of sexual energy, that's all she has. It's a sign that she has nothing else to offer you.
Yes.
It's a sign that that's all she'll give you, and if you get together with her, you are doomed. You'll be trapped there. And we said it's impossible for a woman whose only premium in life is her body to be faithful, because that's what she can trade.
Yes.
To get money, to get honor, to get attention, to get joy. If a woman is over-investing in her energy, and you can see the sexual energy is the main thing, that's a very empty woman.
Yeah.
Women who have variety, fullness of life, intelligence, and the skills, relationship, healing, self-respect, spirituality, intuitiveness, depth, knowledge, relationship. Women who have a dream life, they cannot oversell the sexual energy. It's a distraction. She does not want to be seen as an object. She's careful that people don't just think she's a pole dancer. Strip club entertainment. You know, women who have depth are careful that they don't misrepresent them. They can never take photos with the camera on the behind.
Yeah.
They put the camera where it matters
In
most.
front.
Those other things, they are there, and you'll find them as you interact.
Yeah.
But God put them behind for a reason. If God then put some things in front, that you would say it is there. But it was given the reverse gear for a reason. You're supposed to. Nobody drives on the highway. Oh, surely, why are you putting your camera on the reverse?
Yeah.
You know, there's time for everything. And a woman who has depth wants to make sure it's deep calls to deep. Physique is very shallow. She values her body, but she cannot be perceived. It's just a body walking around.
Yes.
Some of them are very blessed even in front. They could have a big bust or something. They could have
just something good.
Whatever. That's not possible to hide.
Yes.
But even then, they cannot dwell there. They do not conceal or hide or overcover. Some of these religions that tell you to wear pleated clothes that have 200 pleats. And when you enter a vehicle, you sit on, you are here and your dress is here. So your neighbor is sitting on your dress. Or you are in the vehicle and your dress needs to be escorted.
Yes.
Please, before you wear some things, make sure you have money. So that you have bodyguards, you have a private car,
Yeah.
you have a place of being put. Why are you disturbing public vehicles with all these flowing dresses? You should be able to afford your life. Why are you disturbing us with all this? Be congruent. If your life is too small, can you also be compact? Can you collect yourself? So don't have all this pump and you're trying to get in Matatu, you have to stop for so long, and because you have to carry your clothes, carry the other one, you're coming in. Can you get your own private means? Why are you disturbing passengers? So I'm not saying that it is about over-covering. That's another compensation for shame.
Yes.
It's another compensation for lack of self-confidence and beauty. And I'm not saying is crossing over to the sides of men, dreadlocks, trousers, ear start, looking masculine, boy. That's another denial of yourself.
Yeah.
That's another escape.
Yeah.
That's another neutralization of who you are. So it's about, yes, you dress well, you put yourself well, but again, you also have many other facets that you're proud of. Imagine a girl who dressed well and she can drive a nice car, she can live in her nice house, she's proud of her children, she has a job she likes, she has a talent she enjoys, she has a community she enjoys, she has a family she's happy with. Do you think she'll overdo the sexual energy?
No.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You will see she's beautiful.
Yes.
But she has so much dialogue to do with you.
Yeah.
About life and friends and things, career and children and parenting. When you sit, your dialogue is this rich. Brother, make sure when you meet that woman who you're trying to settle, your dialogues are this rich.
Yes.
But if she's just making noises, thank you. Say I'm beautiful. You can't just have somebody making faces. We are trying to make life.
Faces and showing some skin here.
Too much of
and
it.
there.
You know, some people really embarrass you.
Yeah.
You really have to find a way to manage. And you know, even on cameras everywhere, they zoom it in and it's all flesh, so much flesh. Hey, bro, I really have some brain. It's not just flesh. You know, see where the emphasis is. It's not hard to see an empty woman. It's not hard.
It's not hard.
The emphasis is always on the container because the content is missing.
Hey.
You look at the emphasis, you can see what the communication is. There's nothing else to show.
Yes.
Nothing else to show. A quick scroll on our timeline, and every photo has the sitting inside.
There's something being shown. There's something being communicated.
Something else is missing.
Yes.
You need a woman who also has a message and a passion, the talent, the network, and people she respects whom she can't just show everything. A woman who has a complete social life. Mentors, mentees, friends, former friends, enemies are also around. I have good friends around. you know, a woman who has a move and money to make and things to do. That's the woman. And so her presentation is always moderated. She may have natural beauty, she may have this, but you find her in the bank transacting money. You find her in the groceries doing shopping. You find her in the community doing social work. You find her in the chamas doing friends. You find her in the spiritual place doing her meditations. Find her in nature, connecting with nature. You find her job slaying goals. You find her negotiating, making a sale. Those spaces require moderation. You can't just be extreme. If she's always dressed like a nightclub, ask yourself, does she have a mentor she respects? If she's always dressing all this, does she have a parent she honors? She have girls she's talking to about life? Does she have teachers she's getting inspiration about self-respect from?
Yeah.
By looking at the presentation, you can tell, is there full 3D life?
Oh, yeah.
You know, is there, otherwise you just be in the house. All you do with that is sex, nothing else. Irrelevant when it comes to life. Can you also step out and see designs of houses, identify lands to buy, business opportunities, places to invest, friends to teamwork with, people to network, advice to use, wisdom to seek, shopping to do, furniture to design, curtains to buy, a house to locate this one, meet these people, find a good stuff, find good work. Can she accompany you to the breadth of life?
Yes.
But brothers, we've been deceived. Songs are just about your car. Shingo yako ya upanga. Our music is just about the body, you know, body. Who sings about a woman's wisdom?
No one.
We don't sing. So it's not there in our cultural dialogue.
Yeah, we don't have that.
It's all about it, you know. And then we fall in love with Instagram photos. We said the other day you should stop falling in love with photos and video calls, because ugly hearts, bad character, and even bad body odor, bad smelly mouth does not get captured by cameras. Cameras are limited.
They don't get to Instagram. Yes.
You won't see an ugly heart. And if you start, it's very stupid, it's very cheap to say we have been dating, we're in a relationship, we have never met. You talk online for several months now, you think you're comfortable. You only know what they have told you. You don't know them in real life.
Yes.
Ask yourself, why is this person jumping over hoops to date a person they've never met when they're surrounded by people?
Yeah, actually.
Is there something you can't see and they can't wish for you to see?
Yeah.
You date someone in North Carolina, they come here, marry you and take you off. Why have they traveled so far? What is that you will only see when you're already committed?
Yeah.
I told you, when you buy cars by import, we require several conditions. Even a car. No, a car is not a live on commitment. I can change it. But it's quite a money. It's an investment.
Hey, you check a lot. You check a lot.
Sometimes we buy by import. But how do we buy? By perfect sample.
Yeah.
I am importing Mercedes C200 Pearl White, ex-Japan. You describe to some, this is the mileage, this is a photo, this. You describe by sample. Law is called sell by sample. It must match this. It's a sample perfect description. But humans don't have a replica. You can't say I'm looking for a woman who's perfectly honest, perfectly... What she defines as honesty may be very different.
Yeah.
So even in cars, when you're importing your very sense, most people prefer to walk in, look, carry home. Now, some people say they must test drive, and I remind them, you only test drive second-hand things. When you buy zero mileage cars, there's nothing called test driving.
Yes.
Even the steering is sealed.
Yeah.
Everything is sealed. You cannot unseal it.
You're the first owner.
Just to feel it.
Yes.
So, and you don't say only virgins must. No, we are saying people are pure soul, pure heart. If they were running around being checked out by everyone, they wouldn't be here, they'd have been chewed. You must respect what attracts you to them. That preserved. And this is as well to men. If Joseph was not preserved and running away from Mama, he would not have become a prince.
Yeah.
Who would have saved his family? If Esther was compromising, sleeping around, she would not have won the contest where a king needed to marry a virgin. And she saved the whole community. Yeah. Twice, the nation of Israel was saved by sexually pure young people. Twice.
Yeah.
Joseph and Esther. Why don't you tell young people that it could be that their generation will be saved by their sexual purity?
We don't.
It appears like when you're young, enjoy everything so that you not regret.
Yes.
If you don't do those things, you come back to them when you're old. You know, it's a time to just forget everything.
That's the narrative shared.
Joseph could not dare. And it was his boss who could have hidden the secret. But he said, I can't do this and sin against my God. How many young people can say in Psalm that 115 that my times are in your hands? How many young people can say, my times are in your hands, Psalm that 115, or even that 15, that into your hand I commit my spirit, in your hand I commit my life? How many young people today can say, God gave me this position of life, this time of my generation, for me to emanate my essence, and I want to keep it as steady and true so that I can say, I have finished my course, I've run my race. Have fought a good fight. We only use it as a funeral statement.
Yeah.
We don't use it when we are alive.
Yes.
We use it when we die. We write it after people die. I fought a good fight. They were not fighting, they were just living for themselves.
Yeah.
How many are fighting saying, I will not compromise? And when they finish, they will say, like Joseph, I finished my course. That man lived so well, he was given wife by the king himself. That young man suffered for standing for the right thing, and the suffering produced him to be the greatest. Even those who were trying to tempt him became his subject. He was their seniors.
Yeah.
Today we have people who have a lot of brains, but where's the character? Where is the character? We are at crossroads in Africa, many nations, and Kenya not exempted. We badly need integrity. Yeah. We don't get people of integrity, our nations will not survive. For a long time, you have heard countries that have been divided by foreigners. So they bribe this leader to fight that leader. They kill children here, they rape women here, because somebody is pulling them apart. We don't have an honest person who says, I'm here to heal my land. I'm here to be honest.
Yeah.
We have companies that are going down left, right, and center because people are corrupt. Do we have Josephs? Do we have Daniels? Do we have Esthers who will stand and just be honest? This is the time. And men have been invited to be Josephs who run away from sexual immorality. It's very hard even. Timothy says, flee sexual immorality. Run away like Joseph. Young men are not being told to run away. They're being told to indulge. Because society does not want you to stand and shine and be counted and be like a star in this crooked generation. And those who stand and are disciplined and are true and have conviction, those ones, you hear about them even when they are not pro-athletes, even when they are not computer geeks, even when they are not famous coming from rich family. That young person who is incorruptible, you will hear about them. They stand out. Joseph was a slave. He had no family here, no relatives. He was sold here by force. But because he stood for the right thing, we hear about him today.
Today.
That's what you shall be when you stand for the right thing. Without trying, you become famous. Without trying.
Yeah.
When you just stand for the right things, you don't need to be flamboyant. Young people are trying to trend on social media. You're going the wrong way. Just stand with your values. You will trend.
Yeah.
The battle is internal, Sylvia. It's not external. Subscribe my channel. Make my song to trend. Hey, tell your friend. Pastor. Leave what you preach.
Yes.
We will come to watch.
Yeah. If it's good, it's good.
People will come to see.
Yes.
They say, a year has gone.
Yeah.
Another year. This lady, that business, she's always delivering. If you are selling things, you're selling furniture, don't downgrade the quality after the customer goes. Don't take another customer because they have their money at hand.
Yeah.
Be honest. Just say, by that honesty, by that consistency, by that truthfulness,
Yes.
you will stand out, because in that town, there are no people like that. People will send their friends and their friend and tell their friend.
Yeah.
My wife was sold a shoe by a Maasai guy. I told him, this shoe, you will never break it. It will never tear. It is still there today. Only that she can't locate the Maasai man.
Yes.
Do you have people who can do you good and go until you're looking for them? Be that person who you can sell people address and tell them, this one, you will like it.
Yes.
Because you picked your things as if you're buying for you. And you're just stocking a boutique. But you buy them as if they're yours.
Yes.
You take your time. You look at a person, you know you don't have what they need, but tell them, give me time to help you search. If I don't get, okay, but let me try. What you're looking for, I don't have, but I can look. The next day you're sending them photos. They pass by, you helped me. They see as if you solved their problem. You did not sell them address. Remember, that's the hook.
Yes.
Customers come back when they feel helped, not sold.
Yes.
They see you as an expert friend who helps me about clothes.
Yeah.
And they'll say, that lady will sort you out. That lady, call Sylvia, you are sorted. You have come highly recommended. I'm looking for this and that and that. You know, a sold customer from another one you helped.
Yes.
And you go to a way to help them. That business will grow without you having to hype trend online. You can advertise online how you do your things, but you're not trying to pressure, pester, nag people. You know, you can have a hospital that is being run standing because of 3 doctors. One general doctor is very good, one for pediatrician is very good, one maternity is very good. All the others are support characters. These are the main actors.
And people keep coming back.
Yes.
Yeah.
One hotel running on 2 waiters. And the whole supermarket, 80% is done by 2 guys.
Yes.
The guys who like their work, they just go do. Others are hiding in a corner, waiting for time to leave.
Yes.
You know, we have reached a time when what a young man needs to do, and the instruction young men need to know, and when you hear some of these things we are discussing today, you're supposed to quit, but a man can't quit when he's already bribed, when he has been compromised, when he's been dragged in. The first statement, men should be alarmed. When you hear a woman says that, my mother will always be my best friend. That sounds innocent, right?
Yeah.
A girl and their mother.
Yeah.
But what does it say? You must leave your father and mother so that you can cleave to your wife, to your husband, and so that you may become one flesh.
Yes.
So when she says, my mother was, that's okay, my best friend.
Oh, yeah.
But she will always
Be. My best friend.
or my child.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's another innocent character there. My child.
Yeah.
It'll always be my first priority, my best friend. Anything other than you being told best friend, first priority, front, bro, run.
Oh,
Anything.
someone else is a priority.
Exactly. You will always play second fiddle. And when people verbalize, it's Maya Angelou told us, when people tell you who they are, believe them. Particularly when they describe negative traits. Stop trying to be a motivational speaker. Don't say that. I know you don't mean it. I know. No.
Yeah.
People don't fake being bad. They fake being good. When they tell you that they're bad, they're honest.
Hey, never thought of it that way.
People never fake being bad.
Yes.
They fake being good. So whenever they show you that they're bad, they're not faking.
That's who they are.
That's who they are. Nobody pretends to be mean.
Yeah.
We pretend to be generous. So when we actually show you that we are mean, believe it. You dummy, the truth is in front of you. When Germans were when the Allies were fighting against the Axis, the Second World War, it was very hard to fight Hitler. He was very powerful. He had conquered Italy, had big support. He had like over millions of soldiers. The only way they could hoodwink him was to use the deception people are still using today. So they wanted to land in the beaches of Normandy, where they wanted to land and invade the decisive battle. But they could not make it obvious that they're coming to Normandy, because your position defense is there. He will shoot you to death before you land.
Yeah.
So they had to pretend that they are landing in another beach and act as if actually they are gathering their artillery, their manpower in that direction.
Yeah.
So they built dummy tanks made of rubber. But when you reconnaissance, when they send airplanes to look, the Germans, they look like real tanks.
Yeah.
But they're dummy.
Yes.
And the activity, you send real people to appear busy. This is called smoke screen, diversionary tactic.
Yes.
People are very perfect at it. So all the intelligence reaching Hitler was contradictory. He told him, these people are coming to this beach. Others say no, but I think it's nobody. No. So he was given contradictory evidence, even 6 days too, until he could not make a decision. They forced him to spread himself between those two possible locations. And it is that confusion between two possible locations, and he managed to crack which day they're coming. He had a lot of intelligence he couldn't filter. So he managed the day of invasion. But where? That's when he could not settle.
Yes.
Because there's a real army coming this way. There's another real army.
Mimicked. Yeah.
That's the only window that the Second World War was toppled. People are still using, they toppled the World War using pretense. They still use pretense. They act in the way you expect to hoodwink you from what they actually are. So pretense is not a small thing. Whenever people pretend and they're showing you good, doubt it. But when they show you bad, believe it the first time. The first time.
True.
We don't pretend to be bad. We always pretend to be good. In the movies, a person can act a character. They wear a character who is evil. And I hope I told you a fool cannot act the role of a fool. To be insulting. The lines you are telling them to act, it's their life. Also, evil people can't act an evil role. You're calling their life evil.
Yeah.
That reasoning of the character is their reasoning. They think that's the way of life. And you're telling them it's evil.
Yes.
So in movies, you wear a role that's usually not you, but you can impersonate it.
Yeah.
But in real life, we don't wear evil roles. When we show you, that's who we are.
Yeah.
The moment a woman tells you, my child knows everything, my child will come first, don't argue. Excuse yourself.
Run.
Particularly if they tell you it's a slip of the tongue, as an off comment, off-hand, it's usually a conversion of the truth.
Yes.
And we are saying not what my child has been, or my mother has been, or my girlfriend has been. Because one girl was asked on a date, she said she has a friend whom she always goes with if the guy minds for her to come with. And the guy excused himself. You have a friend you want to bring on a date with us.
That's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's her mentality.
Yes.
You will never have privacy. You will never have anything that she won't say. You will never be the two of you. There will always be a third party. Careful.
Yes.
Now, we shall talk another time when you marry a man or woman with a child. Those people are already 3 and you are the 4th.
Yes, they are 3 already.
Whenever you date a person with a child, it's 3 to 1. So...
the mother, the father, and the child.
Yes.
Yes.
So, even if they're not together, the energies, the frame, the child carries the look from this behavior, blood from this and that, and this person has memory.
Yeah.
That's why you must have a very high criteria before you come in to a crowd that preceded you. The unholy trinity.
Yes.
The 3 of them. And people are being deceived into sympathy and thinking because I accept her with a child, she will like me back. When a woman tells you, my mother, my child, my friend, my these will always come first, bro, excuse yourself.
Run.
You stand no chance. The second,
Yes.
the second thing when you hear a woman say is anything insinuating financial selfishness, financial insincerity. Your money, our money, my money, my money. Those kind of things. Anything, they may not always say that statement as the popular one.
Yeah.
But they always show you that their money is theirs. But your money is ours.
Yeah.
For example, she expects you to pay her salon, her rent, her bills just because now she's your girlfriend.
Yes. And she's earning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or, even if she's not earning, how is she living? Don't date people who can't pay for their bills.
Girlfriend. Yes.
When you are not married, and you said also avoid the term girlfriend, it gives titles and entitlement. Girlfriends and boyfriends are relationships. Relationships are like a ride on a Mercedes. People just enjoy it for the fun. They're not committed to buy the Mercedes. They may not even afford the Mercedes. They just want the ride. Relationships are rides. Avoid rides. You'll be taken for a ride, literally.
Yes. True.
Let it be a stepping stone to marriage. Shop for marriage. Relationship is an interview. Don't shop for interviews.
Yeah.
Dating is interviewing. People have made it into mating. And they're not engaged. When people say, I was dating this guy, we got a child. There is no place for dating and child. That's mating. That's giving yourself loose. That's misbehaving. That's sowing your seed to the world that you are going to reap your own consequences. I don't even engage. That I don't understand that language.
Yeah.
We're in a relationship, got a child. Oh, sorry. That's
Relationship.
Child.
Yeah.
Don't shock God with things He did not create. My baby daddy, my baby mom, relationship, God and child, living together. God is like, sorry, what are you talking about? Are we talking about marriage or single life? What are we talking about? Or something else in between there? Not quite married, not quite single.
He doesn't have a name.
So we are saying you will be alarmed as a man when a woman shows financial segregation in the marriage, that she won't plate him, that you're the one to bear the burden, that you're the one to just pamper, invest and pump money to her, and she's not helping lift the weight. Sometimes we run family business or we run things, and while I'm carrying the front line of earning money, she's carrying the family emotionally, logistically, maintenance and taking care.
Yes.
That way we are lifting the weight of life together. Sometimes the woman is behind the scenes doing the intense behind the scene duties of baby caring, getting the baby, setting up our home, supporting you. Sometimes you can't go both of you to the front line. It's one of you to go to the front line. The other one to support with health care, with support, with food, with everything. So that time is not the only man. The man is, he knows they are lifting together. They're discussing it together. Then as time goes, children grow, then we can go to the front line, both of us. So we're not saying staying home is idle. Sometimes what we are doing requires both hands. Lifting from both ends.
Yes.
If we are at a season of childbearing and it's very demanding, and the home is like a beehive, you know, 2 children can make your home a beehive.
Hey, a lot.
Children have frequent meals.
Yeah.
After every hour, after every 2 hours. This one, the other one. They can overwhelm with their frequent demands.
Yes.
When you see a family coming to church with a child, respect, learn to salute them. Preparing that little person takes more than both of them.
and make it to the first service.
No, even second. Whatever service a person comes to charge with a child,
Yes,
respect
them.
It's a lot of... This kid must be carried food. No more people eat and they go church.
Yeah.
This little thing here must
Feed them first.
and carry their toiletries, and carry water, anticipate toys, carry this. And then you can't keep them in the house. They'll become a zombie. They'll see people and run. So you must take them to the world to hear the sound, to see people get used, expose them to moving trees. You know, then they move, trees are moving. And they're scared. The tree has moved. There's a cloud. There's a thunderstorm. I've never heard that. So you really must them to the... Sometimes when you see a person who is not working on the business, coming to job, sometimes it's because they're lifting back at home. They are raising the child. They are propping up something. Sometimes we have healthy struggles. So we are not saying that the woman must always be in the market as well. Our family sometimes requires a brick after brick. A brick, we could even be constructing, and she's the forewoman. You find Sylvia there with a helmet writing. No, how many bags of cement? Repeat again. And she's ordering, bring me D8. No, Sylvia knows D8. I want D10. That's me. You know, and you joke with Sylvia, she's on a motorbike going to check what is happening there. That one has not come. Take me these 2 trucks. You know, is she working for the family? Yes. So working is not always the market. Remember that.
Yeah.
When you do life, you realize it's very dynamic.
Yes.
We could have a business and the woman who is handling the business, the man is handling the back end. He comes to help you set the finances. He's an auditor, does the records at the end of the month, then goes to oversee construction, goes to shop for the supplies, goes. So sometimes you may feel like you don't see this person earning salary, but they're building a family.
They're building.
If a woman does not have the preparation to come and build with you, she's just talking segregation, talking about how to hide money. Bro, listen to this, and I'll close with this remark. That when a woman is hiding money, she's not just hiding her money. She's hiding high energy, high effort, her mind. Money is our mind. Money is our energy. Money is our effort. Money is our vibe. You know, money is what we produce after we think together, unite together, teamwork together. When she's hiding the money, she's hiding teamwork. She's saying, my hands will not be on the plow. Don't just look at the few coins. She's hiding secret accounts and all that. Look at the withdrawal of support. That she's officially the one who is supposed to be a supporter on paper. But you are alone on the ground. Yes.
Whew, this one has been so intense. Well, I want to add something that you've written here in this amazing book, The Gentleman's Playbook. This book, I think there's just something about it. When you were writing this book, you took all your time.
Secrets.
Yeah, you took all your time because it's so precise. And the fact that it's called The Gentleman's Playbook, myself, I found it... actually, it's for me as well. You know? It's not just for gentlemen, it's for ladies as well, let me say. As much as you're targeting the men, because men don't have people talking to them.
That's true.
Yeah, men don't have people talking to them. I found this book really precise and beautiful also for ladies because we are raising men.
True.
Yeah.
And you're living with the men.
Yeah, and living with men. So
But
it's
please, when you read, don't broadcast.
No, we are learning and keeping it. We are learning and keeping it.
True.
I love how you've done it.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, I want to read something that you've written here.
Yes.
And it's just an addition. A woman who says, I want a man who can handle me. If she says things like, I want a man who can handle me, she's refusing to change her habits and grow in order to fit into a relationship. You should never put up with immature attitudes and toxic behaviors just to prove you can handle someone.
What page is that? Because I want to broadcast it
This
as well.
is page 113.
And she picked at random.
Yes.
You know, the reason we call it gentlemen, because some of those things are too personal to men. Sometimes if you try to discuss it in the culture or open space, you'll be stoned.
Yeah.
If you have a brother you wish to marry right, if you have a son you wish to marry right, if you have somebody to wish to teach the language of men, gentlemen, get them this book. For example, what you're saying there is, a woman was saying a man who can handle me, she knows she's difficult and toxic. Nobody says that when they are mature, easy to be with, peaceful, cooperative.
Yes.
That's not a statement for a mature woman.
To be handled.
Yes.
Yes.
She's unfaithful. She flirts with everything. She's night clubbing still. She's very flat, inviting men sexually.
Yeah.
She's drunken or unstable or quarrelsome or angry, insecure. life is a task. Don't marry a woman is also a task. Yes.
Ooh, life is a task. Don't marry a woman who is a task. This book, you'll get it on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. Please go there and grab yourself some wisdom. See you next time.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome